Hi, happy friends. Chrissy here with WakeBakeCards, bringing you a fun little vibe today. I have pulled several cards. I have already pulled them, but I have not looked at them. There is no way for you to believe me. You're just gonna have to trust me. I have not looked at these cards yet, but I want to start piecing together this reading with you together to see kind of like who this reading belongs to, because that's fun and that's why we're here. So let's do it. All right, your bottom base card. This is the shielding. It is in reverse. So this shielding card being at the base of your pyramid here feels very connected to like root chakra. This feels like it being in reverse almost feels like I hate to say, I don't want to scare anybody, but it almost feels like a very light and gentle invitation to just bring in a little bit more protection. It doesn't mean you're like under siege, like there's nothing happening. It's just you're not under spiritual attack in any way. It's just that as you're moving through your physical world, your day to day, just make sure you're applying discernment, a filtration system, if you will, allowing yourself to stay open-hearted, but with those healthy boundaries, with that thin layer of almost protection, with shielding, right? You're not just going to walk down the street and hand your phone number out to everyone. You're not just going to, share or overshare things, very private things about your life. Like there has to be a limit there of connection. We live for connection. But we want to make sure the connections are rooted in balance, harmony, not codependency, not anxious attachment. You know what I'm saying? Like there needs to be a light level of shielding here for somebody. Maybe you're giving it all away. I don't know. What are you doing over there? All right. We have the release card, and this was two first. This came out. It was funny because this love deck card came out, and then another one popped out right after it. And I heard, those infomercials back in the day, I heard like, but wait, there's more. And you're like, of course. So we have the release in reverse and transformation. So that's a block right there. This feels like a massive, ready to kind of release the block, ready to end something. There's something here that you're kind of getting. The energy I'm getting is like sick and tired. Like I'm sick and tired of this. Like, and you could be getting sick and tired of yourself. Like you are literally getting sick and tired of that pattern that keeps coming up, right? There is a release that needs to happen in order to make that transformation. And it might have to do with shielding. It might have to do with letting someone go, letting a situation go, applying more of like a direct boundary. There's something there. So that gentle invite of protection that's breezing in through your root chakra, I think it has a lot to do with that releasing, getting rid of. There might be an element of forgiveness that needs to happen. There might be some cord cutting ceremonies. There's something that we have to let go of. There might be like okay. So like, it almost feels like we're latched in or clinging to a part of us, an identity, a piece of us, that's not really active anymore, but we're trying to keep it active. Does that make sense? Like there's something we just don't want to, it's almost like we're scared of the full transformation, as if you transformed or you've been transforming this whole time and transmuting things. Like this feels like the summer of change for you, but it's like you stopped at 90% or you stopped at 95%. Does that make sense? Like there's something like, keep going. Don't stop. All right. With that, we're pulling from the Witchy deck. There you have it. Acceptance. Again, it's going to look like I'm tricking you and I pick these cards out so they all tell a fun story. Not what I do here. I have no reason to be that phony baloney. But this is the card that just followed that. Like, y'all, acceptance. You can let go now. Surrender to what is. It's like the missing piece for you. It's like you've been healing, transforming. And again, you're at like 95%, 96%, 97%. It's like it's like almost like, when you're waiting for something to load, it's like you're almost fully loaded, but there's one last thing. And that release right? That release card, it might have something to do with like accepting that that part of you is no longer active, that that part of you has kind of faded out. It's gone dormant. We're allowed to do that. You know that, right? Like you are allowed to have certain parts of your being come and go. Like maybe that's a way of being or an interest or a hobby, or maybe that was something you were connected to when you were in your, teens, 20s, 30s, and maybe now 40s, 50s, like you're like, that's not really who I am anymore. Are you feeling bad about that? Is there guilt there? Are people bummed? Are people missing the old you? Like, are you catching shade for all of the change? These are conversations that are ready to happen, that are going to be rooted in acceptance for you. This is your path of acceptance so that you can release, continue to transform. We got 2 more cards, guys. Woo! All right. I almost feel like we need an intermission. Do we need to stretch? Shake out the sillies? Here we go. Compassion. I immediately got for self. Like as soon as I flipped the compassion card, I just saw for self, for others, for the situation, for compassion for what you didn't know when you didn't know it. Okie dokie. That feels strong. Compassion for what you didn't know when you didn't know it. Yeah. You gotta love that good old-fashioned Dr. Phil saying, right? When we know better, we do better. Like, there's so much you didn't know before you started to wake up, to go through your spiritual awakening, to transform. Like, you are different. You are not the same person. Period. And if there are people that are bummed about that, or if there's a part of you that's bummed about that, that's okay. Maybe we just need to infuse that with a softness of compassion, of like a gentleness, almost like how you would talk to yourself how you talk to your inner child, that level of softness. Like, it's okay that you've changed. You're doing great. We love your changes. You're beautiful. You're thriving. Continue to trust yourself. Like, that's how you would talk to someone that is worried that they're feeling wrong about who they grew up to be. Last card, of course, it's going to be the abundance deck. Ayo! Ha! There's no way you guys are not going to believe me that I have not looked at these cards. Nobody's going to believe this. Renewal. This is what we're ending with. This is how we're wrapping up this reading. This is all about like the final moments. the final countdown. No? Okay, just me. Yeah, dude. This is it. Like, I just keep seeing that loading bar go from like 95 to 96 to 97. Like, you are almost at 100%.